Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here, Queenies, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. It is a brilliant and sunny, shining, it's actually gray and dismal outside, but warm and humid. Thumbs up for that. My housemates just got home from camping, so if you hear clumps and bumps and stuff from outside and, throat clearings and stuff like that, then that's what's going on. Thumbs up for that. So, boy, I am beaten, broken, and sore. I have been rode hard and put away wet. Well, I guess that's some sort of Western term about horses? Anyway, though, yesterday, right around noonish, I'd been wanting to get some work done on going through the stuff in my bedroom. It's been sitting there for years, ever since I cleaned out just my old home, where I and my wife had lived for like 6-7 years. And then she died, and then the bank took the house back, but we just threw a bunch of stuff into boxes, put it into storage, and then went from storage after I was losing that to here. And so I've just been waiting, just not having any strength and ability to go through it. And so for 6 years, my room has been basically a storage unit with a bed in it. Well, yesterday, noon, I started going through that. And oh boy, I have a whole section of stuff that I hope that my sister-in-law will be able to take. Otherwise, it's just gonna go in the trash. It's stuff that my wife enjoyed collecting, but by the time that we got married, that was in the past. So even though it was her passion, her interest in like collecting some dolls, we got some dolls, and teacups, it was all from before my time, before I knew her. I have no emotional attachment to any of these things. Like, there's a ton of pictures that I've got in the stack to give to my sister-in-law, because this was massive amounts of pictures from before I met her. I had no real emotional attachment to the person who is in these pictures. I never knew the 20-year-old Jennifer. I knew her when she was 30 and plus. So it's a whole bunch of stuff like that hopefully she'll take. If not, bye-bye stuff. I've got 4 bags of stuff I'm tossing out, 2 other bags of clothing that's going to go out. I've got just another box of stuff that it wouldn't fit into a bag. It would have torn the bag. So there's a lot of stuff to throw out. And I still have my walk-in closet in that room. And I still have part of the walk-in closet here to take care of. I worked for 8 hours clearing out everything but my walk-in closet and going through it yesterday. There's still a ton of stuff. An absolute busload of stuff. But part of it is the stuff I'm just hanging on to right now to see if my sister-in-law wants it. And part of it is the garbage pickup system in Shelton, Washington the rules are it fits inside of your garbage container. If it doesn't fit inside your garbage container, they may take it and charge you. They may not. If the lid does not shut on your bin, if you've got too much, the lid doesn't shut, they will drive right past it onto the next person and then pick up their stuff and leave you to go another week because they're not going to pick it up. And I don't know what the reporting is on them, because as minor as that would seem, they do it. They drive right past if you've got too much and your lid's up too far. So, yeah. I got a whole bunch of junk that I'm just throwing out that I can only throw out like, oh, my kitty is clawing at the door. Kitty, Amelia, come on, kitty. That I've got to get rid of, but I've got housemates that I can't monopolize the garbage. So at the rate of about 1 bag a week, I'm going to just empty it out into the garbage. I mean, it's stuff that was in boxes, so it's not trash or anything. It's just stuff I'm getting rid of. Amelia, you are not getting through the door. You do not get through a door by clawing at it at the bottom. She absolutely loves going into my bedroom now, though. If she could, she would spend 24/7 in there. She loves just laying on my bed or laying on a box and just being in there. But for right now, with my recording, I've got to have the door shut, and the cat food and the cat box is in here. So I don't need her trapped in my bedroom needing to use the cat box and unable to. So thumbs up for that. But it was after 8 o'clock when I finished yesterday. That was 8 hours that I was just going through the stuff. I did it though, as stated. I went through every single bag and box that had been not in the walk-in closet. Got rid of the junk. I have a huge box in the hallway in there that is like 2/3 filled with cardboard that I broke down and have been putting in there. That's going to be fun, even just getting down the stairs. So, and yes, last night I kept my door and this door wide open again. And the kitty just, whenever she wanted to, she hopped off the bed, ran in here, did the stuff that she wanted to do, and then came back and would lay on the bed and wake me up and demand pets. And so she's been very happy. It is a good thing. So definitely a thumbs up. Yeah, I need to get this room in here worked on more too, because I need a place to put stuff. That entire hallway out there during the day was just full from one side to the next. And then finally when I was done, had to start moving it back and putting it in places where, hey, the stuff I wanted to keep is right here, the stuff I want to give to my sister-in-law is over here, and the stuff that I'm just going to throw away is over here. So it's not clean and tidy in that there's clutter, but it's all clean and tidy, and then it's gone through, sorted, and it's sitting nicely and cleanly. So thumbs up on that. Time is fun. I and my wife got married in 2002. 6 years after we got married, we went to Disneyland with my brother and sister-in-law. They were driving and such like that, needed help because there were the wildfires in California, and we drove. So we drove down to California through the wildfires to get to Disneyland. And that was fun. But that was 6 years after we got married, and she was in a wheelchair, and her parents helped, and so she got to go. And then 6 years after that, in 2014, she died. And now it is 6 years after she died. So it has been 12 years since I and my wife went to Disneyland. And my wife and I were only married for 12 years. So 6 more years, and then it's all in the past. It's all in the past. Thumbs up for that. Life is life. A lot of people have been losing people. We have a tremendous death tally from the Covfefe bug, so it's not like my wife dying, 6 years ago, and then my parents dying, my mother dying 2 years ago, and my father dying last year. It's not like lots of people haven't been losing people. So, not alone. But that's why I'm going to therapy, and that's why I'm working hard. And Amelia, you are not getting out that door. My sincere apologies. If I was a hyper vlogger, I would cut all that stuff out, but then I'd probably only have about 30 seconds of video left with stuff to say. But life is life. Past that though, because that, I did not go walkies. Like I said, I was broken and sore. I went to bed early because when I did so much standing, so much walking, so much lifting, that even just sitting in this chair, it was too difficult even to sit upright. Yeah, I still need the WD-40. You have the thoracic joint in your back because you have several There are three main sections to your spine. There's your lumbar vertebrae, which is your lower spine. These are just underneath your ribs to your pelvis. There's your thoracic part of your back, your thoracic vertebrae. These are the ones where your ribs attach. And then you have your cervical vertebrae. These are the vertebrae in your neck. That's so you've got your lumbar, your thoracic, and your cervical. That lumbar thoracic joint, right where your ribs are, from where they're not, oh my God, that joint just hurts so bad, so much. And the longer I stand and the longer I walk and the more I do things, the more it hurts. And it was that hurt so bad yesterday. Even when just sitting in here, like I'll sit for like 12 hours, not straight. I get up, I go to the bathroom, I do laundry, I eat, I go up and down the stairs. I don't just sit straight, but I don't do any great exercise. It's largely just sitting. And then when I go walkies, no matter what I've done, because of my back support, it pushes me forward at my thoracic vertebrae. So going out walking, I've got this tilt forward, and I really have to pull to get myself up standing straight. Ugh. First world problems. Joy for that. Still though, at least I'm alive and not too broken, and other than that, life is good. So, thumbs up on that. Oh yes, there was a very, very bad dad joke that I heard this morning, and then I wanted to attach it to another not quite dad joke, but it was on one of these things where there was Reddit stuff, and they had said something along the lines of, I paraphrase, my father spent all day shredding cheese, and it just sucked because cheese was a good dog. And that's terrible, which is why I like it, of course, which also ties in with this other gross dad joke. I'm going to have to be careful with this one because it's about, it's two guys who go to, they're friends, and they're at the beer section of the store, and the one fellow is going to get this cheap beer, and the other guy says, oh, don't get that cheap beer, you're just going to be throwing up. He just said, well, you know what, I don't have much money. Gets the cheap beer. Next day, they meet back up, and he says, well, how did you do with that? And he said, well, you know what, you were right. I drank that beer, and I spent all day blowing chunks. And the guy said, I told you, you drank that stuff, you'd be throwing up. And he said, oh, it's worse than you think. Chunks is my dog. So, thumbs up for that. Not quite dad jokes, but there you go. So have I done anything else creative? Not in the slightest. Not even a little bit. I've just been trying to survive and trying to get my stuff done. Little Gojira is doing okay. She's been running around. Little Dust Mop, he's been absolutely going wild in the morning times when I'm about. And then I put in a little climb thing that he can climb on. So he's like this close to the top of the bin, but he can't jump to it because it's down far enough, and hamsters don't have a lot of jump. They can jump like that far up into the air, and it's also far enough away. So, but he was climbing up to that and just looking at me this entire morning, and just I kept picking him up, and then he'd sniff and snurf, and he'd crawl on me, and he'd sniff and snurf, and then I'd put him back in, and he'd crawl, and then he'd come back up, and he'd look at me. So that was nice. And then little Saber / Cream, she is still doing as okay as she can in her advancing age. She doesn't do a ton. She mostly stays in her nest, but I hear her drink, and when I do, I look in and I make sure she's okay. Occasionally I pick her up and I let her run around. She doesn't panic. She knows my smell, and that's good. Little Dr. Snurf down there, I keep treating him, but while the bald spot is slowly clearing up on his back, it's moving up between his ears in this direction. So I keep treating him, just even if it doesn't help the condition, because his skin it gets thick and dry and flaky and cracky, and that's that's not good. If it cracks, it hurts. So by putting this cream on him, even if it does nothing else, it soaks into his skin and it helps keep it at least a little more supple. He's a good guy. It's just rough. Still though, they're doing as well as they can. I mean, I'm quite sure that Dr. Snurf and Little Saber are going to be next. And Gojira, I mean, she is a fully mature hamster. She is on the... We've reached the peak, and now the sun is starting to set. Stage of her life. It's only like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but for hamsters, the sun moves so quick. But she's doing well now, and hopefully she'll continue doing well. So for today, I'm going to continue doing more tidying up in my room. I want to get through the walk-in closet in there, get stuff worked out. But I got so much junk going on with all the stuff I already have, I may just have to wait until I can get more of the junk out that's in there and then work on it. I had done like 8 times more than I had originally planned, so I am way ahead of schedule, even though I am years behind schedule. But I don't have to rush is what I'm trying to say. Definitely a thumbs up. So I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, indifferent. You took the time. Thank you very much. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. And of course, even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, ADHD, grief, and more, I'm lucky I can remember my own name sometimes. Getting better all the time, but functional limits one day. We have Radioactive, very cool way to write the name, thumbs up and thank you. We have Aditya Sharma, I bet I'm nowhere close, but thank you very much. And Aaron S, thumbs up and thank you. Headshot, and that's also a good idea. Headshot Pro 1459, greatly appreciated. Shotgun _ greatly appreciated. I have a tickle right there. We have Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Kitty Spooks with an O, with a 0 instead of one of the O's. Thumbs up and thank you. We have Kuru, thumbs up and thank you very much. Connor Biggs, greatly appreciated. Renato Cristobal, thank you very, very much. And Kathy Kisscat, good to see you in the comments, even though you had that horrible thing happen to you. I'm sorry. And Zombie Wolf, greatly appreciated. And then we have John Locke the Impala, greatly appreciated. Deneen DeLeo, thumbs up. Argif, heck of a name, thumbs up and thank you much. Tom44, greatly appreciated. Little War Dog 666, thumbs up and thank you. Christopher Thomas, greatly appreciated. Honor, thumbs up and thank you. Denial, greatly appreciated. Sad Boy Hour, thumbs up and thank you. Hey Sisters, greatly appreciated. Henry E, thumbs up and thank you. Lord Shiogarath, greatly appreciated, I hope anyway. And then last but not least, Razy, thumbs up and thank you all, each and every one of you, whether I got a chance to thank you or not. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. It is greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. Speaking of thumbs up, if you could check out my various links down below. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you'd like to help me out, but you didn't want to send money to one of those 2 places, I have a PayPal link down below if you could check that out. And if you want to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wishlist link as well with things like hamster food, hamster bedding, cat food, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be very cool. Now, do not feel obligated. I lost where I was and then remembered. I do not feel entitled, and if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up, and of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, remember where I am. I did so well, now my fibro's kicking my mind. Thumbs up. And hit that bell. That would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. Definitely a thumbs up. Well, I have this video here. I have a video to edit and render and then upload, so thumbs up on that. Work to do. Past that, I hope you take care. Practice as much self-care as possible. These are hard times. Do what you can. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend. And yes, indeed, justice for... There's too many names to put on here. And there's more every day. Take care, and I will see you, my friend.